and phase is we are going to set the toilet. Now, one thing you need to understand on this, no matter what we do, we were working on a wood platform. We are going to be placing temporarily the tank on a concrete, okay? Or this could be tile in the bathroom. I prefer to always just grab some type of cardboard and place it down. If you take tile and drop tile on tile, again, it has a tendency of cracking. So I'm going to take my toilet tank cover off, place it on the wood platform. I'm going to lift my toilet out. Now there are two schools of thought on this. I like to set my wax ring on the bottom of the toilet first. The reason I like doing that is I can center up the holes. The other school of thought is that you set the wax ring in the closet collar on the floor right away. The reason I don't like doing that is if you don't get it perfectly in the hole the first time, you can wreck the wax ring, okay, and not get a good seal. So what I do, take the wax ring out, I'll place it on the bottom of the toilet to the point where it sticks, and I'm set to set the toilet. Now, you cannot set that upright until you get everything correct and ready to go. The next part of this is setting the toilet bolts. First thing I'm going to do, again, set my bolts in. I want to use the plastic sleeve like we talked about in the beginning. This helps us from dropping down at any point in depth. Again, I've done the same thing. Now, this happens to have 4 bolts and 4 washers, which is extra. I'll be back in a setting the toilet. I just went and grabbed the covers for the toilet bolts. Now, I've got everything set. I usually want to create a situation where I've got it on the right hand or left hand side far enough away. I've got the toilet bolts lined up, roughly about 13 inches off the back wall, and semi-square right here for my line. The next thing I'm going to do is pick my toilet up and set it. Now, when I'm setting this toilet, I want to make sure that I grab underneath the flange or the bowl part where I'm supporting the toilet tank and the bowl itself. The trick to doing this is when you see me, I'm going to shuffle up in to it. I want to make sure that these bolts are aligned with the toilet bolts, or the holes are aligned with the toilet bolts. When I do this, I'm going to set it down very gently. I don't want to start squeezing the wax ring out until I get my bolts on, and then I'm going to wiggle it gently and get it flat and flush to create a nice seal. The main reason for the seal is because of sewage gas. The number one thing that ends up happening where these blow out is age, and believe it or not, the use of the plunger. The plunger will blow out the wax ring seal. Okay, what I'm doing is grabbing at the base. Go to the other side. I'm going to shuffle over. I'm going to line it up. Look for my holes. Putting too much pressure on it. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take a washer, a bolt, okay? If you see this, this has got a flange or a lip. The lip has got to go on the upside, all right? Washer is placed, and this is usually to put our cap on. This will clip on to our toilet cap, which is right here. Our toilet bowl cap. Those pliers. Okay, I've hand tightened both the bolts. Now what I'm going to do is rock this down, put a little bit of pressure on it, make sure that the wax ring is squeezed out. I never want to over tighten. If I over tighten at any point in time, what ends up happening is I can crack the porcelain base. Not uncommon that it happens. Again, you just want to make sure that it's snug. Roughly, I will keep about 12 pounds of pressure again on it. This can actually, just so you know, a plumber can come in, the wax ring can seal or set, and you might have to tighten these up manually by yourself after they're out of there. Now, I've squeezed the bottom washer out, so I've got to fix that. The last thing I want to do is usually try to rock the toilet to make sure it's secure and snug. We are set. The last and final procedure is we'll be setting up the water feed line for the toilet. Welcome to Home Maintenance, and have